The lock right down. Alright, man. Shalom, shalom. This brother Azariah coming through with another video. You know, this is concerning the MOTB and with unbelief or in unbelief. So I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahshua by Hashem Kwakadash. You know, give double honor to the apostle of GMS that taught me the truth. Give give praises, glory and honor, to the whole elect that receiving this gospel and knowledge. Right? The reason why I'm making this video because people, according to the MOTB, the mark of the beast, people read these scriptures in unbelief. You're trying to make it as it was like a name really what it's talking about. The law is opening up very much in these last days, and what I'm trying to say is, but he only opened it up to a few, not to everyone. Now he opened up to a couple of people that didn't see it at first. I've been watching. Now they see, which is good to see, but do they believe with a full faith that the MOTB is what it is, which we call it the C-Hip, RFID, Karagma. So I'm gonna get the scripture in Revelation 13 and 16, but you gotta believe this with full faith, because the money system is crashing. And with the money system crashing, what's going to replace this money system that's crashing? You don't got gold, silver, anything like that, and they rejecting the U.S. dollar. So what they trying to do? They're ready sensationalizing you as making it easy for you to buy things like on the internet through a debit card. You go check your debit bank balance. You got digits. You go to a bank now. You want to get 100K. Some banks don't have the 100K of cash, so they getting rid of the cash little by little bit, like when the first pandemic was, when this CV-19 shit was happening. They had a little thing with the chain shortage, like quarter shortage. You couldn't find no quarters nowhere, and through the grapevine, the quarters was taken, and he had RFID chips in them to track the quarter. But I'm gonna get to a couple precepts, because you can't blame Israel not getting it, because this was the law moving. This was the law want. It's the law. So well, I'm gonna just get to the scriptures, man. I don't want to ramble too much, so I'm gonna get to the blue letter. I don't know why this shit up here can't get this shit off. But let's get on. Matter of fact, just ignore that shit if you can see that. Let's get Revelation 13. All right. And Revelation 13 and I'm going to start at verse 15. It said, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, right? This means he will give an action, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? It's a serious thing to them, because their kingdom is falling and they want a transition. First, they got a new world order. Which is the new world order is like, do without will type situation. And I'm gonna read verse 16, right? And it said, and he called all, a lot. Let's get some definitions. And they say he calls all, right? What's all? What do you mean?
Strong's G 3956. Pas. Pas.
Individually. Each. Very. Any. All. The whole. See? It's not certain people. It says the whole. Everyone. All things. Everything. Collectively. Some of all types. Types of what? Nationalities. Israelites. Moabites. Ammonites. You know what I'm saying? Israelites, so I say Israelites, but 12 tribes of Israel. But today they might take it African American. They ain't gonna say Native Americans. They might say Native Americans. They might say Mexicans, Latinos, Haitians, Dominican Republic, Brazilians, stuff like that. White supremacists, white people. White people could be, Americans, which is all. Europe, they white people. Russians, they white people. Chinese, Vietnamese. What else they got? Filipinos, people like that, Japanese, Australians, Canada, the Edomites in Canada, all people, Just get to the reverse. I like the reverse. They say all, both small with small.
Strong's G 3398. Mikras.
And it says small, little. That's who's small. Your children, your little babies. They all will need it. Like especially your newborns. They gonna have to have it too, because they gotta go to the. You want to see the doctor, so they gotta have the corroborate. Say of size, hinge, of stature, of length, of space, of age, less by birth. See, younger, of time, short, brief, a little while, how little. The newborn baby gonna get it when he born. And a quantity, number, amount of rank or influence. It don't matter if you high rank and lower rank. Right? Let's get some more. Alright, small, great. Great rule with small. No matter how great you is, how rich you is, you gonna for sure you getting that. Great and rich, poor. No matter how poor with stature.
Strong's G 4434. Tochas.
Say reduce to beggary. Begging. Like us, we beg. We begging a begging nation because we not our statue. We Israelites, but the word is given to the hand of the wicked. Asking alms. Dispute of wealth. Influence. Position. Honor. See? Lowly. So we are the lowly. Afflicted. We are the afflicted. Dispute of the Christian virtue, and internal riches. Helpless. Powerless. See? To accomplish an end. So we dead. So he causing us too. Lacking in anything as respects their spirit. Disputing of wealth, of learning, and intellectual culture, which the school offer. Well, poor man. We can go right here like poor man, beggary. So he causing all. All right, free. Now who's free?
Strong's G 1658. Eleutheros.
We got freeborn. We go look at Esau, Edom. They little ones. They freeborn in a citizen sense. Like we citizens now, so we freeborn with Sose. One who is not a slave. So we slaves. Call it the Edomites, the little low level Edomites too. All, right? Of one who ceased to be a slave, free, manumitted. What that mean? Go get it.
Manumit.
Released from slavery, set free. They released us from chain bondage, but we ain't set free. What that word mean? Released from slavery. What does verbally? Manumit says to set free or to release a slave from slavery. So we did it. Yeah. Check this out. That's free, right? And bond. Now, what's bond? It can be two types of bond.
Strong's G 1401. Doulos. Doulos.
Doulos. A slave, bondman, man, of servo condition. Now they got the ones in the jail cells. They gonna have to get it too. If you got life, you gotta get it. If you go to jail, you gotta go. If you out of jail, you outside of her, you still gotta get it. But the ones in jail, they gotta get it too. He said, one who gives himself up to another, who serve, is used by Mashiach in extending and advantaging his cause among men. So devoting to another to the degree of one's own interests. You know, like in our law, you know, if we owe the man something, we come pay it, we put to give ourselves over to that man to be a bondman, like a slave. You know, like you work for him, a workman. Like right now, you got a job, you're a slave. You're an employee. You're an employee. If you're an employee, you're in employment. So employment is like, it's another word of slave. But not hard bonded slave, like you getting whipped on your back. So the slave right here is not a slave that get whipped on your back. It's like a man of servitude. Employees have to get this. And it says to receive. Now what it's saying, we know what two is. To receive. What it receive?
Strong's G 1325. Didomi.
Alright? And it means to give something to someone. Of one's own accord, to give one something to his advantage. To pursue a gift. So it's like a gift to you. So you got a movie called The Implant on Tubi. You should go check it out because it's a real powerful movie and it's spiritual as hell. And you got this woman, you know, she got the implant in her brain, and this brain was taking over her body. But every time the brain tell her to do something, she don't do it. It destroyed, like it's trying to, like it hurt him. But she complied and be with everything she's saying. He give her gifts like money, trips, you know, like it start to be your friend because it becomes your God, you know. It say to pursue a gift, to grant, to give to one's asking, let have. So that woman had to ask for certain things. She had to ask the chip in her brain to go see her mother. Can I spend 5 minutes with my mother? 10 minutes? She had to do something for him, for it first. But a thing called what's the damn brain implant name? He had to give him a name. Lex. Yeah, the thing called Lex. And Lex, it could have been different voices. It could be a man voice, it could be a woman voice, it could be an old man voice, it could be an old woman voice, it could be a little child voice, a little boy, and a little girl. You can choose how many voices you wanted to be in your brain. So this chick chose a woman voice. And I had another man, he chose a man voice. Right? It says to supply for necessary things. So you gotta be, it's granted. To receive, given. if you comply, of a writing, no, to reach out, extend. So you got to go through the blue letter, and hey man, just take your time, man. Just go through these definitions, man. Can you it'll open you up, leave more? But it's only if it's given to you. Say to give, no, to some, right? So like to give over to one's care. See, like Yahweh, we give ourselves over to Yahweh so He can control us in righteousness. Give it to someone's care. He's cared for us. Interest, commit. So you got to commit to that thing, like we commit to the Lord. That's why we do the work. We commit to Him. Something to be administrated, to give or commit to someone, something to be religiously observed. Ooh. See, it's like something to be. This right here, this should open you up. Religiously observed. Let's get that. What it mean? It's like you go to church
religiously,
in a way that relates to or confirm with a religion. So this chip have a religion, man. It have a mind. Yeah. You no longer control yourself. So let's go back to it. I don't want to be too long. Dang. Let's get Mark. Yeah, I want to get Mark because the Mark is that's important. To receive religion, receive a mark. What the mark is?
Strong's G 5480, Charagma.
A stamp and imprint mark. Imprint. Just look up the word imprint. Just look it up. Look it up, man.
Imprint.
Imprint. Impress or stamp a mark or outline on a surface or what? Body. Because that thing gonna leave a mark. It's something going in you, but when it goes, it's gonna cut. When it cuts, it's like a pinch. It's gonna leave a scar. It's gonna leave a mark that you know you have it. It's gonna be on your body. Of a young animal come to recognize another animal's person or thing as a parent or another object of habitual trust. What does imprint mean on someone? To make something have a strong and permit influence on someone or something. Well, yeah, we know what an imprint is, man. We ain't gonna be slow here. So let's go back to Mark. Imprint of the stamp of the mark stamped on the forehead or right hand as the badge of the followers of religion, the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, thing curved, sculpture, graven work of idolaters' image. So you take this, it's like you're idolaters. You're idolaters. But what happens if you don't take this? And it says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. You see, if you don't take this, you should be killed. It says in verse 15, you should be killed by the man if you don't take it. But if you do take it, you will be killed by the Lord. This is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9 say, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead, his religion, worship his mark, his charagma, then take the charagma on his forehead or in his hand. See, it's a religion, something you follow. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Now, what's indignation? What's this cup of his indignation?
Strong's G 3709. Art gay. Art gay.
So you follow this religion, which is a religion. It says it's all gay, right? Anger, the large anger, the natural disposition, temper, actor, right? Movement of agation of the soul, impulse, desire, any violent emotion. See? Anger, wrath, indignation, anger, exhibit in punishment, hence used for punishment itself, of punishment inflicted by magistrate. What's that mean? Hold on, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Hold up, you won't get this.
Magistrate.
Magistrate, a civil officer or lay judge who administrate the law. Ooh, that's the Most High. That's the Most High Yahweh. Hashem Yahweh, because Yahweh finna do that. You gonna take the wrath from the lawgiver, especially the one who conducts a court that deals with minor offenses and holds preliminary. Damn. Oh, she out now?
Huh?
Oh, she out now?
No, she's not out yet. She'll be out soon, though.
Oh, I thought it was her right there.
My other sister.
Oh, all right. Y'all look alike.
No way.
Yeah, y'all do.
No, no, bro.
Yeah, y'all do.
I don't think we do.
All right. But yeah, that's an offense, man. It's not a minor offense because you gonna be that lick of fire. So let's get the book of Second Edges, right? Then I'm gonna get to, I'm just rolling the spirit. Man, hold up. You know what? It's all good. Second Edges 16 and 40, I believe. I think it's Second Edges 16 and 40. Yeah, Second Edges 16 and verse 64, right? 68, Salakia. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away. They shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle." See, being idle, being sit down with things offered unto idols. But they that consent, except, right, unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. So you take that, you're gonna still be in the wrath of the Most High, because the Most High, He controls these things. He controls everything. He controls these devils, and He make these devils make you break. But you gotta be faithful unto that. That's the keys the Most High give us, like, be faithful unto that, because you rather die before you take this. But it's verse 10, Revelation chapter 2, verse 10, and it reads, "Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer." No, matter of fact, let me get verse 9. "I know thy works and tribulation and poverty." See, talking to the so-called like the lowly, "but thou art rich, because you got salvation. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews," which is the ones in our land that's lying about their name, they are Edomites, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. So you got to suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. See, spiritual Satan gonna manifest itself into a man and just start throwing niggas in prison. No, he gonna use the so-called counterpart of his wickedness, and that's Esau Edom. It's the devil, the ones that hold the badges. You know, the one got the keys, literal. Cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto that, and I will give thee a crown of life. So how are you going to try us? Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. There's plenty of ways how this devil going to do it. I wish I could take that shit off. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. Let me see. I'm going to start at verse 10. Let us oppress the poor man, the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow. That's mean you women going to get it too. Nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. And no matter you old woman, old man. Let our strength be the law of justice. So that's going to make this a law. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, but he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. That means he not with this stuff, but everybody else with it, but not him. Talk about the righteous, talk about the elect. And it said he abraded us with our offending the law, and objected to our infirmity, the transgression of our education, of the learning of the science. We count it down. You know, we don't look at it as wicked. We look at it as wicked. It's not of the Most High. Not they law to go the contrary to everything the law is doing. So we call it transgression. Put some in your body like radiation like that. It's transgression, and we speak against it. Verse 13, he professed to have the knowledge of God. Now who is that? The so-called us, man, Israelites, the ones in the truth. He called himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold. For his life is not like other man's. His ways are of another fashion. This means we got the pure doctrine. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits, we fakes and lies. He abstained it from our ways as from filthiness. This means we holy, we separate ourselves from you like the Lord told us. He pronounced the end of the just to be blessed. Like we get salvation, we get eternal life. We're going to be saved with an everlasting salvation, and making his boast that Yahweh, that power is his Father. Let us see if his words be true. Since we don't believe him, let us see. And let us prove what shall happen in the end of him, of anyone. For if the just man be the son of the Most High, of Yahweh, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemy. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture. You can despise us, spit on us, slap us, beat us, starve us, try to do that water drown and shit, and they gonna torture us. It's me cut our members off, man. Like me might try to cut your nuts off. You know what I'm saying? You might go for the Jews. Take your eye out, pull your teeth out, cut your tongue. You know what I'm saying? Just peel your skin, you cut your skin back. Like you did our brothers in the Maccabees, man. We tortured the shit out of them, and they didn't give in. that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful debt. See that? Shameful. Like he did at our Lord Yahushua. For by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness had blinded them. Talking about Esau Edom with time in this. Because we just gonna get raised back up, and come back. So if you don't get this, man, this means the law is totally not dealing with you. We can't be upset, and we ain't going back and forth. We're not going back and forth with you. We're not going back and forth with you, because the Lord, he do what he does for a reason. So let's get. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get this shit off of here, man. Let me see something. Fuck. I don't know how the fuck to do that. Yeah, it went off. All right. It's lucky, y'all. Okay, let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and 3. See, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom that God of this world, the power of this world, had blinded the minds of them which believe not. Let the light of the let the light of the glorious gospel of the Mashiach, who is the image of Yahweh of power, should shine upon them. So shit, the Lord said, I don't want them. You can take them. My words say 2/3 of Israel is gonna be 2/3 of Israelites gonna be deceived by this thing, and he gonna harden your heart. All right, let me show y'all something. Man, I think it's Romans chapter 8. Verse 33 says, Romans chapter 8 and 33 say, who shall lay anything to the charge of Yahweh's elect, God's elect? It is God that justified. So the Lord is going to justify the elect regardless. Who is he that condemneth? It is Mashiach that died, yea, rather that is risen again. So guess what? He risen again. He also gonna raise you up too. If you die, you'll be the first one to get risen up, man. Who is even at the right hand of power, who also make it intersection for us. So guess what? He gonna make intersection for us and raise us up like it never happened. So you gotta have full faith and believe. If you don't got that faith, there's nothing we could tell you. That's why I'm not being hostile and mad and pissed off. Like I totally understand, and I accept it. I accept the family members that don't understand. I accept the friends that don't understand. I'm just happy the Lord opened it up to me. Make me understand it fully, pure, in its pureness. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7. So 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 13 says, which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdoms teach it, but which the Holy Ghost teach it, which is the Holy Spirit, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. But the natural man receiveth not that things that of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. So these spiritually discerned, that's thing you just can't, You know, you just gotta know it. It's like you gotta be born with it. You know, you can't learn it. You can't learn an MOTB. You can't research it and get it. You know, and then more than buying and selling. It's way more than buying and selling. It's not just you just replacing your debit card and your pocket change and your dollar bills. You know what I'm saying? Not just replacing that. It's replacing you. You being replaced. You ain't gonna be you no more. You being controlled. Yeah. You got no free will. Whether you don't have a free will anyway. But that's too hard for you to understand right there. But when you get that MOTB, you gonna understand what free will really means. You gonna understand what's really is control. And you can't get out of it. You gotta accept it right then and there. See, like that moving, you know, the guy tried to accept it. You know what I'm saying? Doing what he tell him to do, killing people for him. The woman doing it, she tell him to do it, like she was doing it what Lex tell her to do, and she was doing it. But it looked like it wasn't enough. But it got to a point that it got enough. They didn't want to kill no more. They didn't want to do this no more, steal no more. They didn't want to do such and such things. But when she thought that she had her, you know, she gave a lot of good things. Then he brought on the trip to kill somebody else, and she didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? She tried to get out of it. But when the will of the law, because at that time, if you watch the end of that movie, around the end of it, she was trying to get out of it. She found the person to get out of it, the last person to get out of it. And she was going to get out of it. She was going to do surgery, take it out. Because she said, you could take it out. Guess what the law did spiritually? You know, it's a movie. She did. The guy came and killed the chick. That it was going to help her. It's been the law telling her, you never going to escape this. You're never going to escape the MOTB. If you consent to it, you can be under derision. And the people was killing themselves. You know, this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 9. Who had an ear, who had ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Asked him the question. And he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to get to them it is not given. For whosoever had, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever had not, from him shall be taken away, even that he had. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them it is fulfilled the prophecy of Elias, which said, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and see ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they shall see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and shall understand with their heart, and shall be converted, and I shall heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Blessed those right there. The Lord said, I ain't worrying about nobody else. I bless you. And you got to learn to accept that before it's too late. You know, you got to learn to accept the why and not asking why. You know, once you get further in the truth and the law open at your door and in your house, which is in your spirit, in your mind, he let you know this is a blessed thing for you. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. This is Romans chapter 10 and verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of Yahweh, but not according to knowledge. They just have a following. They just know. Like in Romans chapter 1, they just know by the, you wake up in the morning, the air you breathe. I was considering this today. I said, it gotta be a power. Like you breathe naturally. You open your eyes, you just see naturally. Like you close it like this, and you open it, you just see naturally. You don't gotta activate nothing to see. You're gonna activate your lungs to breathe. So that's how you know that alone that there's a higher power. The wind blowing, the great amount of oxygen, the level amount of oxygen law allowing to keep on the earth to keep you alive. We're supposed to have a lot more oxygen here. You ain't supposed to get tired because we lack oxygen because of the plants and everything. The fuel plants, all the toxins in the sky, they got low on oxygen, but there's still a power letting you know, like, hey, I'm so in control that I lower the levels that I can still keep you alive. What power could do that? Where's Romans chapter 10 and verse 3? For they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness, or God's righteousness, you might say, and going about that to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God. So they're not submitting themselves to the way of the Most High. That's why they ain't not gonna get it, because they ain't spiritually discerned, man. The law don't got it up there for them. They got them seeing it, but they can't perceive it. The law is just taken away. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 5. Even so, that at this present time, also there is a remnant according to election of grace. The law said, I got a couple of people that's elected. I don't need everybody. I'm going to show you why. That's what the law is saying, spiritually. Verse 6. And if by grace, then is it no more works. Hold on, Salaki. And if by grace, then is it no more of works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then is it no more grace. That's it's not about what you do. It's not about your works. It's just basically it's about grace. It's just grace. Is it? But grace follows work. You gotta have works too. So you just can't have grace. But it's not works alone. Verse 7, see, what then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So we obtain grace and works. What it really mean? Yeah, you gotta have works and grace. Your grace is from the Lord. The works is what the Lord gave you, the faith, what you like to keep the commandments. It's your faith they do that. It's not you. The Lord give you that amount of faith. And what the law said, the law is spiritual. If I don't steal, then what happened to me? If I don't kill, I don't have to look over my shoulder. If I honor my mother or father, I'm gonna get a gift from the Most High. And everything you receive from the Lord. And they trying to do that MOTB. Everything, if you obey them, they'll give you everything. Like if you obey the Lord give us everything. They trying to replace the law with a down electrotronic device, whatever you want to call it. Verse 8, all right? Romans chapter 11, verse 8. According as it is written, God had given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. And David said, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their backs always. I say then, have they stumbled that they shall fall? God forbid. It's me giving it out there. You put it out there. He ain't just not withholding the information from you. You just don't got a mind to see it. He said, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles. For I provoke them to jealousy, not the Gentiles of the whole world, the Gentiles of the Israelites. So they can get, the law had to make an avenue way to get in. not to Edomites that turn from being an Edomite to be a spiritual Israelite. That's not, no way possible. Not a physical Edomite gonna get this. I don't give a damn how many scriptures you memorize. The Lord put the Spirit on them damn on scholars to put this book together to write the meanings of this. I don't mean the Lord was dealing with them. He just used them. So the Lord, he got a funny way of showing himself. You might think he wits a certain amount of certain people, because he look intelligent. No, intelligent means demon. He allowed these other demons to do this book for the elect to understand it in 100% fullness. And it says, verse 12, now if the fall of them be the riches of the world, see? If the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them that riches of the Gentiles, how much more their fall fullness, right? Skip down to verse 26. And so all Israel should be saved. At the end of the day, all Israel should be saved. As it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. For this is my covenant unto them, when I shall take away their sins, Israelites. As according to the gospel, they are enemies for our sake. But as touching the election, they are beloved for the Father's sake. For the gift and calling of Yahweh are without repentance, because it's not of grace. It's who's calling. And it says, for as ye in times past have not believed power, ye have now obtained mercy through their unbelief. So it's when you tell somebody about the scriptures, you don't believe, you like, shit, I got mercy because I believe. You're like, I believe that the Most High gonna choose me over you because of your unbelief. Now, it take a grain of mustard seed to believe everything that was going on right here and to understand it. Now, we can't see it to the fullness, but as it goes on, it's getting more clear, like you're just waking up out of sleep and your eyes getting, shaking back. Verse 31, even so have these also now not believed, that through your mercy they also may obtain mercy. For God had included them in all unbelief, that he might have mercy upon all. I'm talking about all Israelites. At the end of the day, because he saved some, he got to bring some back. He going to replenish the earth. So the same spirit that died in the second death, or the second right now, and after the second judgment and all that, they going to come back through the elect, man. Isaiah 45 and verse 16, they shall be ashamed. The one who died, that took the MOTB. They shall be ashamed and also confounded, all of them. They shall go to confusion together that are mark makers of idols. But Israel shall be saved in the law, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua, with everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded, world without end. So 2/3 got to be punished, regardless of the fact. But they will have mercy on the other side. So, pray that this lesson was edifying. I give all praise to Yahweh, by Shem Yahshua, by Shem Kwakadash, man. I pray that this was edifying to the whole elect, man. If you don't understand, pray for wisdom, pray for knowledge, and ask the Lord to come knock on your door, man. So you can get this understanding. But that's all we can say. We can pray for you too, but the Lord got his way of doing things. So he might wait till the last minute to open up a lot of people's mind, because we don't know how many people in seal right now, so we just can't guess. We don't want to say, I don't want to say I'm of that number. I hope the Lord chose me, called me to preach the gospel, so he could wake up through me and other brothers that's teaching the mass amount of people to wake up, because we at the end. It's no more time. It's not time to talk about multiple wives, man. You know, leave that shit to the back. Leave that shit when it's time to present itself. You know, there's no time talking about, you know, what tribe you from. You know, like, man, look, you'll know you're Israelite, bro, if you believe this word and you understand it. That's how you gonna know. That's how you know you God chosen people. So, man, look, I'm gonna go, man. You know, give all praise again to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Kwakadash. So next time I say Shalom, you know, double honors to the whole elect. You know, all praise. You know, give it. No, I want to give double honors to the whole elect too, but double honors to Apostle GMS, man. You know, they really opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I believe the Lord sent them as a guide. You know, for the elect. You know, I believe they could be one of the chosen. Because why not? You know, because the Lord showed them so much, and He showed me so much through them, and He also showed me so much through myself. But I ain't gonna give credit to myself, you know. But I believe in the word of the apostles, you know, that the day word is true through faith. So, man, look, next time I say Shalom.